people watching Juforade? I'm really glad that you guys are staying patient and still watching and supporting this channel. The main thing I want to say today is thank you guys so much for replying to the last video I posted up about what makes an RPG good. I made sure I read every comment and I'm glad you guys care so much. So now I have to come out with a follow-up question, and it's something that I really wanted to follow up with when the new release of FNAF World came out. Well, yes, there were many updates and changes. The main thing that didn't really change was the story. And that's something that should have already been established to grab the viewer in the first place, so you didn't really need to change it too much in the first place, Scott. But I really wonder if simple RPGs need simple stories. Like, couldn't they have complex ones? You could say Super Mario RPG is probably one of the more simpler RPGs on the NES, but I think it's one of my favorites. However, the story of that is pretty complex when you actually look at how the 7 stars has to be collected, because you know it's in kind of the game's title. And that's what makes this game stand out, is that it has a very unique story, but it was also kind of written by Square. But at the same time though, ever since then Mario RPG games have very simple plots, but seeing that was the first Mario RPG game, I think they wanted to keep it simple so they could keep the American gamers entertained. And that's keeping the entertainment going throughout the whole game. And I think that's why RPG games need to have very deep plots. It has to keep the player entertained for a long period of time, because most RPGs try to at least clock over at least 6 hours. At least the JRPG ones. The Western RPGs actually kind of have big storybook open type, stories that kind of tell kind of an epic legend and you're kind of part of it. Personally, I ignore these big epic stories, especially the ones in MMOs. But I know why people could really get into them, because they make really good novels when you think about it. And I can't wait to see that Warcraft movie finna come out. But typically those stories are meant to be you are the main character and this is your quest. Go now, young warrior, for the quest is unimportant as long as you're saving the world. And that's how I treat the video games. But I have fun going through and exploring the different worlds, building up my characters, and destroying things in the process. Does the story need to tie me all the way to the end of the game? I say no, not exactly, because as long as I'm having fun, I don't really care. But what about you guys? Why is having an epic story in RPGs so important? Leave your reason why. Now I know you want to follow me on Twitter because I be posting up weird pictures like this. Because what's the first thing you think when you see this? I'm already thinking what you're thinking.